Found
If
guilty.
they convict him,
Holy he was found guilty. Holy holy motherfuckers! Motherfuckers! You suck! You suck! There is no justice in this country.
God, I love the Republicans. Come on, dude. They're such content. I love Donald Trump. You got a problem with that? Gays for Trump.
Not guilty! He's not guilty! You pieces of shit! Won the con! He's shit and died! You're fucking corrupt,
your
motherfucker!
fucking kids are all dead. Your kids.
I'm serious when I say this. I think Trump supporters in big cities that are like otherwise Democratic strongholds are literally visibly more insane than like the lifelong Republican that lives in some rural ass fucking town in Texas. Like, not even a question. Like, these guys are almost always so much more nutty. And I think a big part of the problem for the Republican Party is that they pay too much attention to these fucking freaks and like literally cause a lot of the quote unquote normal Republicans who don't pay attention to whatever the fuck's going on, and they just kind of like vote for still racist reasons or tax reasons or whatever the fuck. Like, those are the guys who are just like, what the fuck's going on? This is like a little bit too much.
They're all
Piece
fucking
of
dead.
shit!
All your
Piece
fucking
of
children,
shit!
they're all fucking
I
dead.
found guilty!
They're all fucking dead.
Yeah, motherfucker!
Fucking guilty.
Motherfucking piece of shit!
Fucking guilty.
Fucking piece of shit! There's no justice in this country!
Not
It's all
fucking
corruption! It's all fucking corruption! I have a message for you! Fuck you, Juan the Con! Juan the Con! I'm fucking pissed!
Fuck you and fuck Joe
Fucking
Biden too.
fuck Joe Biden!
All I know is this.
Fuckers! Fuckers! Yeah!
Guilty on the made a whole nother animal and a whole new way.
It's a lynching! It's a lynching! It's political interference! It's fuck you!
over.
There's no justice in this country!
It's over.
How do you feel?
Corruption.
Tell me your reaction.
I'm shocked. I don't want to believe it. That's unbelievable.
What do you think about the verdict?
They're doing this to Donald
Corruption,
Trump
the judge
means that
threatened
they
him.
could do this to all of us.
1776,
I'm
baby.
fucking pissed. I'm fucking
No, you're
pissed.
not. Calm down.
No, I'm not gonna calm down.
And the people who are on the
Get
ground, the
down
minority,
there.
can't do it.
The only man that ever stood up for me in my fucking life,
Through and through.
Donald fucking Trump.
Oh my God, he's crying. Oh my God, he's crying. Bro, what the fuck? He's crying. Bro, he's shedding real tears for Trump. That's awesome. That's fire. That's, oh God, that's so good. Oh, that feels fucking awesome to see.
Fuck Obama. Fuck Obama.
Yo, that motherfucker just won the election, I'll tell you that much. Fuck Joe Biden.
How can people become this mentally ill? That's crazy. Like, I don't know what you do with this guy. You can't save this guy. And of course he's live streaming it too and filming it.
Not guilty.
I hope
Not
the country
guilty.
doesn't burn down.
Not guilty.
I hope that we can find a way to love each other and to make right this fucking, this prostitution.
Bro talking about loving each other in the country while he's shedding tears for Donald Trump.
Go fuck yourself and your mother.
Is one of us. He's one of us. And now they have only made the poll numbers go higher. I guarantee that's what you're going to see coming next. The polls are going up. Donald Trump is going to win even harder. They're going to have to bring in
So why are you guys mad then? You should be excited, right? See, now this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's like you should be excited then that the polls are definitely going to go up. Why are you mad?
Michelle Obama. They're going to have to bring in Michelle Obama, Big Mike, in August to try and fix things. But that's not going to work either. The numbers are going to go so high for Trump right now that it's over for Biden. It's over for the Democrats.
Fuck you, Judge Juan. Fuck you. There is no justice in this country. We want a democracy. This is America. You railroaded this man. He committed no crimes. Fuck you. I'm mad as hell, as they say. I'm mad as hell. Let's take to the streets. Let's take to the fucking streets. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Let's
But
take
you
to
have.
the fucking streets. Good. Let's block traffic.
Someone said you are.
Corruption in this country. They're convicted an innocent man. He committed no crime.
Congratulations, Trump just won the election.
What do you think, Bill?
I think it's time for dancing in the streets. Dancing in the streets.
Fuck him! Fuck Trump every day! Fucking kill the guy next! I'm down for whatever! Just get him that fucker out of here!
Meanwhile, a show of support for Trump here in South Florida. Dozens gathered.
Yo, he went a little nutty with it, my boy. Hey, yo. Yo, that's crazy.
And Local 10's Christian De La Rosa live now with this part of our team coverage tonight. Christian.
These were people who felt compelled, obligated to be as close as they could to Mar-a-Lago, even if the former president wasn't here to show their support, and also share why they think today's verdict could in fact bolster Trump in November.
Bro, these people are so crazy. They went to Mar-a-Lago. Like, they have like a religious affiliation with Trump.
Trump 24, let's go, blow those horns.
We have to support our president.
They're making it, they're acting like they're doing like a pilgrimage to Mecca or some shit, bro. This is their Hajj.
Support for the man they call their president.
I feel like it's a sad day for America.
And voicing their discontent with his guilty verdict.
We thought that maybe there was some hope.
I didn't think they were going to get him on all 34 counts, which kind of tells you what's going on in New York.
But this is completely political. Anybody who cannot see that, they have been brainwashed by this media.
Steps away from Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago, supporters like Leona Mangan.
I went to January the 6th. Give me liberty or give me death. Even Mother Teresa could not get out from under that.
Like titanium, they're convinced hush money payments charges against the former president were an abuse of power to begin with.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
They're also convinced Trump will eventually come out victorious.
Surely these things will all be overturned.
And as far as the race for president,
I don't think it's going to help him or hurt him. Not at all. I think the independents, even if you're on the fence, have already made up their mind, and they can.
Across the street, a much smaller number of people celebrate.
You know, if you diddle a porn star and hush money payments get tucked away and you fill out your books illegally, then you will go to jail.
And even with just a handful of counter-protesters across the street, I can tell you things remain peaceful. We're live right outside Mar-a-Lago tonight. I'm Christian De La Rosa, Local 10 News.
And our team coverage continues now with Local 10's Alex Finney live outside Versailles, where another crowd of supporters rallied for Trump. Alex.
Yes, Calvin, very, very spirited crowd that was here for several hours today. As we know, a lot of people were here as that verdict came down. Of course, you have a lot of people on both sides with very strong opinions. Sounding off for former President Donald Trump.
I didn't think it was going to happen.
A verdict that many we spoke with said came down quicker than expected.
I mean, it was so fast. I'm surprised they reached a verdict.
People gathered outside of Versailles in Little Havana.
It doesn't seem to be fair that they charge him with a felony.
Justice system prevailed.
All of this coming soon after a Manhattan jury found the former president guilty on all 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in his New York hush money criminal trial. A felony conviction of a former president unprecedented.
His lawyer was the one who did it.
This man giving his thoughts on the news.
I hope he can run for president. I hope he can become president because, you know, Trump's who we want in there.
And still a lot to be seen now at this hour here, a little after 11 p.m. A lot of people have gone home for tonight. Those honks have officially started to die down a bit. But again, we have a lot coming up in the next few days, weeks, and months ahead. Stay tuned. For now, this is the very latest. We are live in South Florida, well, in Little Havana, that is. Alex Finney, Local 10 News.
Trump himself was greeted by supporters outside Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue.
And that is where we find CBS 2's Dave Carlin. Dave, what is the reaction there tonight?
Well, this place so busy with all of his comings and goings. Right now, he is inside. It began, of course, him going to court, then him coming back from court. Then around dinner time, he went out again and came back in. You'll see the video right now. Now, all the while, people have been here to greet him. After the sun went down, some staunch Trump supporters kept their flags waving, predicting another Trump presidency.
I wanted he be here because I think somebody has to stand up and say, this is invalid. You can't do this kind of law. This destroys American jurisprudence.
The message is it's going to backfire on the Democrats. It's going to backfire on Sleepy Joe. It's going to backfire on Albert Bragg, and Trump is going to win. And I will vote for him for the third time, even if he's in jail.
She's wearing an NYPD hat with the Bring Our Hostages Home pin on it. You know she's a cop.
Jail.
Earlier, Chopper 2 was over Fifth Avenue and Trump Tower when the crowd was much larger, with a mix of political persuasions. Friction was minimal.
That took a lot of courage for that jury to come back with that kind of a charge against him. I just think it's amazing.
I think he's going to make America great again.
Around 6:15 p.m., Donald Trump entered with a wave to the crowd. He did not stay long and was on the move again, only to return at 9:25. He was also the talk of nearby Times Square.
It shouldn't matter who you are or what you do. If you do the crime, you deserve what's coming to you.
It's insane. That's never happened before in history. So this is something that we're living, and I don't even know how this is going to turn out. I'm shocked.
There is a Trump news conference Friday morning set for 11 a.m. right here.
This guy kind of looks like Julian Assange. Omni Valor. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Calm down, okay? And perhaps take your medication. What am I supposed to do, man? Please help me. I've apologized a million times. I'm sorry if I've hurt others. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't even know what you did. No one is mad at you. Hegemonic World Peace, you got a lot of viewers that are mentally ill. No shit, I'm on Twitch. And secondly, yeah, says you, dumbass. But yeah, Omni Valor, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Donald Trump is the first president in the history of the United States to be convicted of criminal charges. But now the question is whether he will go to jail or not. It is technically possible that Trump will go to jail, but it is highly unlikely. Trump has been convicted on 34 counts, and each count of falsification carries a sentence ranging from 1 year to a maximum of 4 years. So in theory, Trump could face up to a total of 136 years in prison. But in practice, it is uncommon for people who are only convicted of falsification of business records and have no other criminal history to be sentenced to prison in New York. Instead, punishments such as probation, fines, or community service are more common. We will find out what the punishment for Trump is when the sentencing takes place. The sentencing will take place on July 11th. However, after sentencing, Trump can possibly challenge his conviction in a New York appellate court and possibly the Court of Appeals. His lawyers are already believed to be laying the groundwork for potential arguments.
Live in front of Trump Tower, Dave Carlin, CBS 2 News.
All right, Dave, no shortage of opinions tonight. And after the verdict, Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka, took to social media. She posted a childhood photo of herself sitting on her dad's lap with the words, "I love you." She did not attend the trial.
New York Attorney General Letitia James is speaking out about the verdict. She issued a statement saying, quote, "No one is above the law." You may recall the AG's office did win a civil fraud lawsuit against Donald Trump and the Trump Organization earlier this year.
Rudy Giuliani had this reaction tonight.
A very sad day for America. A very, very sad day for anyone who values justice and has lived by it. I hope this gets reversed very, very quickly.
The former mayor and Trump attorney has faced his own legal troubles. Last month, Giuliani was indicted on felony charges related to alleged efforts to overturn President Biden's 2020 win in Arizona. And last year, he also lost a defamation lawsuit regarding his false claims about 2 election workers in Georgia.
And outside the courthouse, voters on both sides of the political spectrum made their voices heard. A small but vocal group of anti-Trump protesters gathered in Lower Manhattan after that historic verdict came down. Just down the block, a small pro-Trump group awaited for the arrival of the former president's motorcade.
I believe, quite honestly, it's quite the clown show. But the American people aren't going to fall for it. This will just make Trump stronger.
And we're really thankful that the New York jury was fair and listened and asked questions and came back with 34 counts guilty.
The protests were largely peaceful, and there were no reports of any arrests.
On Long Island tonight, people are also reacting to the verdict.
CBS 2's Lori Bordenero went to Floral Park in Nassau County, and she has more on what they had to say.
We've been talking to a lot of people here, and some people say justice has been served. Others say this is just a political ploy to keep Donald Trump from becoming president. But regardless of political affiliation, people here seem to be genuinely surprised Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts. A few people we spoke with were shocked that he is still allowed to run for president. This is a county where more than 44% voted for Trump in the last election. Trump supporters don't think this verdict will hurt his chances at all come November.
Are you surprised? I'm surprised by the 34 counts, but I'm not like, I do love that in America, even if you're in jail, you can still run for president and even win technically. I think that's dope. I'm not even joking about that. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not doing the dry sarcasm. I think it's an unironically good thing that you can run for president from prison as a convicted felon, and you should be able to vote as a convicted felon and vote from prison as well. So I think it's crazy that we can do one thing but not the other. And no, Trump is allowed to vote for himself because in the state of Florida, if you get convicted, if you're a convicted felon from another state, the state of Florida says normally if you were arrested here with a felony, you wouldn't be able to vote. But because you were arrested and convicted in the state of New York, it depends on what their laws are. And in the state of New York, felons can vote.
November, but some anti-Trumpers would like to see the former president out of the spotlight.
He's a crooked guy. He tells lies, and he doesn't really care about anybody else for himself.
I think that he should have to be removed as the candidate. I don't think he should be allowed to run. He's involved in so many cases, and it's such a distraction. And the only reason he's running is to stay out of jail.
My main problem is, what's the crime?
I'm going to vote for him even more if he runs, because I think it's terrible what they did when there's plenty of other presidents that have done terrible things.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman calling the verdict a big miscarriage of justice and saying there was no basis for this conviction. In Floral Park, Lori Bordenero, CBS 2 News.
I can't believe the hoax, this sham, this absolute injustice justice system. DA Bragg and the judge should be ashamed of themselves. This isn't just ridiculous. This actually erodes the confidence that Americans have in the justice system. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. But good news is coming. DA Bragg, hear me clearly. You cannot silence the American people. You cannot stop us from voting for change. Joe Biden's injustice, Joe Biden's two-tier injustice system, weaponizing the justice system of the United States of America against a political opponent, un-American. Joe Biden, you're fired. We the people stand with Donald Trump.
He hit him with a "you're fired." God, it's laughable. It's fucking insane that a black man is saying that there's a two-tier criminal justice system, which is true, except he's saying it about a two-tier criminal justice system for an incredibly powerful, incredibly wealthy former president. That is so unimaginable, dude. You ask that dumb fuck about white supremacy in the criminal justice system, and it's like, oh, that doesn't exist. Our institutions are infallible and perfectly good and designed well. I give this dick-sucking audition a 9 out of 11. People cheering the Trump conviction don't own Bitcoin. What? Content is no longer available.
My mind was not made up before, but it is definitely made up now.
Yeah, right.
And I will definitely be voting for Donald Trump.
I do not believe his mind was not made up before. Like, who the fuck would be like, you know, I'm iffy on that Trump guy, but now that I know that a jury of his peers convicted him, like found him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, that he definitely paid hush money to a porn star in an effort to make sure that people did not know that he had sex with a porn star in the lead up to an election, and then falsely documented the payments as regular legal retainers, that is when I was like, this is my guy.
Because the weaponization of the legal system, it is so blatant, and this corruption cannot stand. Whether I like Donald Trump or not, which I don't, I feel that it is essential that I vote for him, because I must stand against the lawfare that was put on display by the Democratic Party, Alvin Bragg, all of these folks. And it's a shame, because I'm a New Yorker. I live here in New York. And as a black man who...
Bro, I love how fucking stupid Americans are. Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Lives in the United States and in New York, I know what it's like to have the legal system used against you, specifically targeting you. So, I mean, bro, at the end of the day, to expect us to just sit back and watch this happen and just...
Bro, that's how you know he's lying about, like, being iffy on Trump. He did the quintessential black Republican move. He did the classic black Republican move. Black conservatives love saying, as a black man, I've experienced racism, and what the racism that Trump is experiencing right now is worse than that, or it's just like that. Literally, it's classic.
Ride with it like it's okay, like we're stupid and we don't see what's going on. That's crazy. Because if you can do something like this to a former president of the United States, just imagine, people, imagine what they can do to us. I'm sorry, but I'm all in. Trump 2024.
Americans are stupid. One thing that both parties get right. I never voted for Trump before, but I certainly will be voting for him now. The Democrats are a clear and present danger to truth. Stay-at-home dad, iconoclast, intellectual, stoner, yogi, meat-eater, runner, beer drinker, unvaxxed. My freedom protects you. Your freedom protects me. The Democrats are a clear and present danger to true justice in the American way. They must be defeated. MAGA. I'm in the same boat. Never voted for him, but will now. But man, oh man, I hope your boat is reliable, because the bridges you just burned are never getting rebuilt. Good luck, brother. Dude, Twitter is so fucking unimaginably right-wing. Like, Twitter has become the most right-wing, one of the most right-wing platforms. Bro, you are so unvaccinated, you wrote unvaxxed on your fucking Twitter profile. Why would you have ever voted for the Democrat anyway, the Dummycrats? They're the party of gay vaccinations, gay autism vaccinations. It's so awesome that they have no, like, valid grievances with policy ever. Hasan, the YouTube of Tesla is hacked, and they're asking people to send them money. Can you do something about this? What? Bro, that's awesome. This guy literally believed the fucking YouTube. It's like a fake YouTube account. Thinks that it actually was the real YouTube account of Tesla, and is asking me to fix the situation. Like, I should save the fake Tesla account. Anyway, the point I was trying to make before I got interrupted by one of the best chatters so far, Megaphonics on an alt, was that you notice how they don't have any fucking policy opinions at all? Like, this entire thing is held together for many people on both sides, by the way. I'm not even just saying this is just about the Democrats or just about the Republicans. For so many American voters, it isn't about policy at all. It's about having their team win, and it's about their own, like, personal petty grievances being addressed. That's the reason why they're so mad at Robert De Niro. Like, Robert De Niro comes out and he's like, yeah, fuck Donald Trump. He's a charlatan or whatever the fuck. And they're like, yeah, Robert De Niro, I will fucking kill you. It's like, bro, calm down. Like, why are you so mad? In a way, they're identical to like Divorcelli fans who will find out that someone has wronged their intellectual daddy and will go there and fight, like, with so much animosity and so much vitriol. And it's like, what is it to you, man? Why are you this mad? It's because they're in a fucking cult. That's it. Like, this is not like, oh, I really want Trump because of, I don't know, the tax cuts that are coming for me, right? And these guys want to stop Trump because of the tax cuts. They're like, no, I love Trump, and I have so much rage in my fucking heart that I will literally I will literally fight your battles for you, Mr. Trump, sir. I will now make it my life's mission to fucking destroy Robert De Niro. Why? Because Robert De Niro said Trump sucks. Get a life, man. Fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with your brain? Spend it on some fucking healthy hobbies, man.
It is difficult to predict what the effect of this guilty verdict will be on voters' willingness to support Trump in the presidential elections. Because survey questions that ask voters to explain how their choices are affected by a news events, whether a debate performance or a criminal conviction, are notoriously difficult to answer or interpret. But still, polls can give a rough idea of what's happening. An NPR poll conducted during the trial and released before Thursday's verdict found 67% of registered voters predicting that a guilty verdict would make no difference to their vote. 15% said they would be more likely to vote for Trump, and 17% that they would be less likely to do so. Among Trump's current supporters, 7% predicted they would be less likely to vote for him if he were convicted. 68% said they don't think it would affect their votes, and another 24%, despite already supporting him, say the conviction would make them more likely.
So mentally ill. This guy's faking it for Jimmy Kimmel, I guess, but like he's so mentally ill, dude. He's like a chatter who thinks I'm speaking directly to him through secret messages or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like Robert De Niro is not personally aware of your existence, man. Fucking calm down, dude. Oh my God. Every chatter is like, you're talking to me though, right? I'm not. Like, I think he is like that mentally ill. Hasan and I have shared correspondence on a number of occasions, notably the time he read my comment in 2021 and the time he answered my question in 2019. The bit right here is this guy portraying himself as a fake Trump supporter to rile up the actual Trump supporters. The problem is the bit actually works really well because the actual Trump supporters are content. I think this is like, I hate to give it to Jimmy Kimmel, but like this is a pretty solid bit because Trump supporters are awesome. They are so much content. So obviously when you like get someone to get one of them to get like, or someone to rile them up, like Walter Masterson does a pretty good job with this, you get even more content out of them. God, that is... What is happening? Am I too libbed up or something? I genuinely don't know. That was actually fucking hilarious. I can't believe I'm saying this, but they kind of slapped with this one. That was so good. And then he fucking went in to kill himself. That was awesome. And unironically shocked. You're libbed up? Yeah, dude. You think it's libbed up to say that like doing an unironic suicide joke, which like 40% of this chat would be like, that's a bridge too far. Why did you take it there? It was funny before then. That's libbed up. He did a suicide joke on national television on Jimmy Kimmel. That's insane.
I'm so pleased that there's finally some accountability for Donald Trump. Yeah, he's evaded the law for many years, decades, and it's finally caught up to him. And also, we're fighting for democracy here.
Yeah, see, very polite chatter. It was problematic. Not a fan of Kimmel. Yeah. No, it's actually problematic when I serve the 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour, but I don't see any of you chirping about that. You literally keep saying 10 out of 10. Or perhaps you're saying all of that because you obviously are subscribed, so you don't give a shit. You know what I mean? You're subscribed for $5 or for free. So you've used your Twitch Prime, so you don't care. It doesn't bother you because it doesn't impact you. Selfish, all of you.
According to former prosecutor and government ethics expert Melanie Sloan, the guilty verdict would likely drive a wedge between Trump and more moderate constituencies. However, a poll conducted by Bloomberg and Morning Consult in January showed that 53% of voters in key swing states would refuse to vote for Trump if he were convicted. Trump's election campaign began to bank on the conviction before the guilty verdict was even released. His campaign fired off fundraising appeals, sent text messages deeming him a political prisoner, and started selling black-colored Make America Great Again caps to mark a dark day in history. As Trump left the court, he suggested without evidence that the conviction was orchestrated by Biden's administration. He said that the whole country is being rigged right now. President Biden, who is set to face Trump in the November elections, posted an election fundraiser on his X account on Thursday, writing, "There's only one way to keep Donald Trump out of the Oval Office, at the ballot box." If you found this video informative and enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And thanks for watching.